They tell me to add jokes in these things, but the one time I told a chemistry joke, there was no reaction. Hello, welcome to Science Chomp. Today we're going to be talking about atoms and ions. Now, an atom is neutrally charged. It has the same number of protons and electrons. An ion forms when this atom either gains or loses electrons. So let's just have a look at that. If the atom loses an electron, remember an electron is negatively charged. So if it loses a negatively charged subatomic particle, it's going to be positive. And this positively charged thing, we're going to call it a cation. Okay? Some people who aren't native English speakers might pronounce that as cation, because that T-I-O-N sounds like Sean, but it's pronounced cation. And on the other side of it, if it gains an electron, remember, an electron is negatively charged, so if it's adding another negative charge on, the overall charge is going to be negative like so. And this is going to be called an anion. Now, the way to remember this is anion has lots of n's in, and n for negative, right? That's how we get that. And cation, you just have to remember. Okay? Now, you should be able to tell if something is an atom or an ion by looking at the numbers of subatomic particles. And the subatomic particles are the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. So let's just have a look at an example. If something has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, what's it going to be? An atom, a cation, or an anion? Let's have a think about it. Well, the clue here is to have a look at the 6 protons and the 6 electrons. They're exactly the same in number. Remember, this is positive and this is negative. And when they're the same in number, it means it's an atom. Okay? The neutron here is actually a red herring. It doesn't mean anything because neutrons have no charge at all. Okay? So let's have a look at another example. What if something has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 5 electrons? What's it going to be? Well, it's got 6 positive and only 5 negative, which means it's more positive. This makes it a cation. Okay? Let's have a look at one more example just to make sure that we know exactly what we're doing. And let's just say something has 8 protons, 7 neutrons, and 9 electrons. What's it going to be? Okay, let's just break this down. Remember, the neutrons don't matter. It doesn't matter if it has 7 neutrons, 25 neutrons, or 1,000,000 neutrons. It doesn't change the overall charge because neutrons have no charge. So let's have a look at this. 8 protons, they're the positive. 9 electrons, these are the negative. It's got 1 more of these than it has of these, which means it's a negatively charged ion, which means it's an anion. Okay? Hope that makes sense. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.